chapter number 4. I have already shared the assignment of chapter number 3 with you. There is one question, I think the last one, which probably needs discussion in class, and that I'll do after we cover up a little syllabus. I'm going to just check that question once, and then hopefully you'll be able to do the rest of the questions on your own. I have discussed all of those. Yeah, question number 18. Yes, that's the question which needs discussion, and you have to show your work. Please don't write the answer directly. It's not to be answered directly. It requires some work, and it will be...
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Manya.
Ma'am, what work we have to send you through email?
Just the class, the text work, textbook work from the book exercises. Some students have been sending their work. Some students have been sending their work regularly to me. I would like the students who are not sending their work to me should also they should also start doing that. You can send your work chapter wise. You can send your work together, whichever is suitable. There are some students who send their work regularly. Yes.
Ma'am, I sent yesterday.
You could send on Google Classroom also, but I would have to create an assignment first, and then you can attach a PDF. I could do that also. Remind me once, I'll do it there. If that's easier. Sending an email takes a little longer, and attaching a PDF on Google Classroom is simpler. Yes, I know, Beta. I know. I will just set up an assignment. I have to just simply put one question there. Just send your work of chapter number 3. That will be an assignment, and then you can attach your PDF. I'll make it like after the classes are over. Then you can attach your work there. Okay. Let's just go over the terms again. Just a minute. So from chapter number 3, once again, there's just one question which needs discussion. I will do that once we have completed this chapter number 4, by the time the students would have done the assignment. And if you have any questions, you can let me know those as well. The next chapter we have is chapter number 4, linear equations in 2 variables. Now this chapter sounds similar to the one you had last year, linear equations in 1 variable. So as the name is, linear equations, the degree of the equation or the algebraic expression will be 1, and the equation will contain 2 variables. If I had to go over everything, equation basically is a mathematical statement which is written, and it definitely needs to have an equality sign. तो अगर आप कोई mathematical statement लिख रहे हो using constants and variables, and that expression or the statement contains equality sign, that mathematical statement will be called equation. And if that equation or the algebraic equation that you have, algebraic expression that you have formed, the combination of constants and variables, has 2 variables and its degree is 1, then it's called linear equation in 2 variables. Simply अगर हम बात करें, अगर आपके पास कोई real life problem है जहाँ पे there are 2 quantities which are missing and there is a relation that exists between their values, if we try to express it mathematically, you will get an equation in 2 variables. I'm not using the word linear here because that would depend on what kind of condition is given to me. तो अगर मेरे पास 2 quantities हैं और उनका आपस में कोई रिलेशन है और उस रिलेशन को मैं मैथमेटिकली लिखती हूँ आफ्टर रिप्रेजेंटिंग ईच ऑफ दोज वैल्यूज एज with 2 different variables, then the equation will be an equation in 2 variables. Now the condition that I require for this is to be कि जितनी भी वहां पे terms बनेगी उनकी डिग्री 1 होनी चाहिए, the highest power of the variable in that algebraic expression should be 1. Only then I will have a linear equation in 2 variables. I'm going to just skip to the part where we have the definition for this one, because first thing we want to do is we want to identify whether or not our equation is a linear equation in 2 variables. So right here before example number 1, as you can see, they have written this, that any equation which can be put in this form, ax plus by plus c equals to 0, where a, b, c are real numbers and a and b are not both 0, is called linear equation in 2 variables. So you can just write down your definition here. This is the first definition, that equation which can be put in the form ax plus by plus c equals to 0. This is also called the standard form. Standard form is one where all terms are on our left hand side and RHS is equal to 0. This is what we have as the standard form. तो हमारे पास अगर कोई इक्वेशन है जिसमें हमारे पास दो टर्म्स हैं with two variables and then there is a constant, ये लास्ट में constant है हमारे पास. जरूरी नहीं है वेरिएबल्स x y हो, कोई भी दो वेरिएबल्स हो सकती हैं. तो हमारे पास पहले एक टर्म होगी with one variable, degree power will be 1, then there will be another term with a different variable, उसकी भी पावर 1 होगी वेरिएबल की, and then there will be a constant term and these will be put together on one side. The right hand side will be written as equal to 0. Sometimes terms could be on either side, doesn't matter. हम उसको rearrange कर सकते हैं, हम सारी terms को left hand side पे लेके आ सकते हैं. ऊपर इन्होंने यहाँ पे कुछ examples दी हुई हैं. Like over here you can see the terms with the variables are on the right side, the constant is on the left side, so you can just rearrange. Whereas over here the terms with the variables are on left hand side, the constant is on right hand side, and they have written these equations using different variables. हम बस by default xy पे stuck हैं, हम xy use करते हैं. And a, b, c here are actually representing real numbers. A, b are the coefficient of the two terms with the variables, c is your constant term, and it's not necessary that your equation will have all of these three terms. Any one of these terms could be missing. इन्होंने यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है a and b are not both 0. a और b इकट्ठे 0 नहीं हो सकते. a और b इकट्ठे 0 नहीं हो सकते. इस चीज को हम लिखते हैं a square plus b square is not equal to 0. This is only possible when a and b will be 0. a भी 0 हो जाए, b भी 0 हो जाए, तभी इस एक्सप्रेशन का आंसर 0 बनेगा. हम नहीं चाहते वो हो. a square plus b square 0 नहीं बनना चाहिए. So this is what it means. Sometimes I would be writing this, that we have a linear equation of this form, and instead of writing this phrase here that a and b are not both 0, a और b इकट्ठे 0 नहीं हो सकते. Coefficient of the term with x and the coefficient of term with y cannot be 0 together at the same time. इस चीज को हम mathematically ऐसे लिख सकते हैं. And such an expression, such an equation is called a linear equation in two variables. Anyone with any questions here?
No, ma'am.
No,
Alright.
ma'am.
The very first question of your exercise is to identify your linear equations, coefficients and the constant terms. You need to express the equation in the standard form and then identify A, B, C as the example given here. The question is write each of the following equations in this form, the standard form, and then identify A, B, and C. A, B, C are your coefficients and the constant respectively. Now, I would like to take one more thing up here, that when I say A and B are not both 0, आपकी equations जो आपने last year पढ़ी थी, for example, if you have 2x plus 5 equals to 0, this looks like a linear equation in one variable. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
It can be written as a linear equation in two variables, because I don't have the second term with another variable. I am going to introduce one on my own. What I will do is I will introduce that term with coefficient 0. So this actually is 0, but देखने में अब क्या लग रहा है कि मेरे पास दो variables हैं. Similarly, if you have term containing y, but there is no term with x, you can introduce the term on your own by writing the coefficient of that term as 0. And then it will look like as if you have a linear equation in two variables. यहाँ पे आपको algebraic way में इस पे लग रहा होगा क्या फर्क पड़ा, कुछ भी नहीं हुआ change. It has actually what I would say, इसका जो अफेक्ट है वो पड़ता है जब हम ग्राफ वर्क करेंगे फॉर दीज इक्वेशंस. We can represent all of these equations graphically, and how this affects कि मेरे पास पहले इक्वेशन थी जिसमें सिर्फ एक वेरिएबल था, उसका आंसर, और जब मैंने उसी इक्वेशन को चेंज करके लिख दिया बाय इंट्रोड्यूसिंग अ टर्म ऑन माय ओन, मैंने खुद ही बीच एक टर्म इंट्रोड्यूस कर दी है, उससे क्या फर्क पड़ा? यहाँ पे आपको लग रहा होगा कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा, बट इट हैज अ मेजर इफेक्ट on the graphical representation of the two equations when I have just one variable in my equation and when I have two variables. Let's take up the exercise 4.1. Question number 2 is the one which I just discussed with you. Example 1, similar to this. First of all, you want to write down it in standard form, bring all terms on left hand side, then the right hand side should be 0 and you can identify ABC, indicate the values of ABC in each case, first thing. And then we have this problem sum, which I will take up later. Let me just do a couple of parts with you. Let's do the first part. We have 2x plus 3y equals to 9.35 bar is on 5. As you can see, we have the coefficients and the constants as real numbers, and it's not necessary that you will have whole numbers. We have a non-terminating repeating decimal number here. Bringing all terms to left hand side, first thing, and then comparing with the standard form. Ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Identify the coefficients, and if you know, the coefficients are always written with their sign. A, B, and C. The value of A is 2, B is 3, and C is negative 9.35 bar. Second part, we have x minus y over 5 minus 10 equals to 0. So we have the standard form as ax plus by plus c equals to 0. It's already in the standard form. All the terms are already on left hand side and the right hand side is 0. So I'm only left with identifying ABC. The coefficient of x.
1.
That's correct. The coefficient of x is 1. Coefficient of y.
1 over 5.
1 by 5.
Negative
Minus 1 over 5.
The constant term.
Minus 10.
Minus 10.
Minus 10. This is the simplest thing you could ever do in a question. Let's take a look at the fourth part. I'm taking up fourth part, which is x equals to 3y. So I can write this as x minus 3y plus 0 equals to 0. I have to deliberately write it like this. Deliberately आपको लिख के दिखाना है that there is a term with one variable, then there is a term with another variable, and then there is a coefficient, although the coefficient here is 0. And now you can compare it with your standard form. The standard form is ax plus by plus c equals to 0. And now you can simply see a is 1, b is minus 3, and the constant here is 0.
0.
Let's take a look at the seventh part here. Seventh part is like the one I just mentioned, that your equation could only contain one variable. And then what you can do to write this in two variables is apne aap introduce kar do. So I'm going to introduce the one with x. And then I have one with y minus 2 equals to 0. And compare with ax, by plus c equals to 0. You would get the values of ABC. A here is 0 because there is no term with x. The coefficient of x will be 0. Term with y, we have coefficient of y is 1. Constant term, yes, we have, and its value is minus 2. I hope the question is clear. Again, as
Yes,
such,
ma'am.
यहाँ पे लग रहा होगा कि like why this question is given. It doesn't seem important, but it's necessary, not now, but in 10th standard, when you will be working on linear equations in pairs. So you will be dealing with pairs of linear equations. तब ये बहुत important है, coefficients को identify करना. Okay. Now let's take up the first question of the exercise, which is a problem sum, and they are only giving you this to see how a real life situation can be expressed as a mathematical statement. So cost of a notebook is twice the cost of a pen. write a linear equations in two variables to represent this statement. One thing I would like to tell you here is जब हम problem sums करेंगे कई बार लगता है कि problem sum सिर्फ एक variable से हो सकता है. Sometimes it looks like that the question could be done just by using one variable, because last year आपने इतने सारे questions किए हैं where you had linear equations in one variables. You had many problem sums if you can recall, and हम क्या करते थे, based on whatever is given to us, हम कोशिश करते थे कि हम एक ही वेरिएबल से अपना सम सॉल्व करें. There were certain questions, maybe in some sections, उनको begin करवाया गया हो with two variables, but later on जब equation बनती है वो one variable में बनती है. One such question is which involves two digit number. जब हमें digits की बात करनी होती है तो हो सकता है किसी सेक्शन में वो दो वेरिएबल से करवाया गया हो, लेकिन हो सकता है किसी सेक्शन में वो सिर्फ एक ही वेरिएबल से किया गया हो. तो यहाँ पे हमारे पास जब भी प्रॉब्लम सम्स आएंगे आपने कोशिश करनी है कि यू स्टार्ट योर क्वेश्चन बाय अज्यूमिंग द अननोन वैल्यूज विद टू डिफरेंट वेरिएबल्स, so that later on when you're trying to write down mathematical expressions आपका ऑटोमेटिकली जो बनेगा स्टेटमेंट बनेगा वो आपका टू वेरिएबल्स वाला होगा. अ टीचर को डिडक्ट मार्क्स एक्चुअली, कि अगर आप सिंपल वन इक्वेशन में कर दोगे आपका आंसर आ जाएगा, बट टीचर को डिडक्ट मार्क्स बिकॉज द टीचर इज एक्सपेक्टिंग यू टू रिप्रेजेंट दैट प्रॉब्लम विद द हेल्प ऑफ टू वेरिएबल्स. As for now, they have indicated that you can take the cost of a notebook as X and that of Y as, that of a pen as Y. So first thing we would like to do is this, writing down कि हम जो दो variables ले रहे हैं वो क्या represent कर रहे हैं. So we will write down let cost of a notebook equals to X rupees, cost of a pen equals to Y rupees, and then we write down the mathematical statement for this expression given here. Converting this, cost of a pen equals to twice the cost of pen. Mathematically, this will be written as X equals to 2 times Y if I use these two values. Notebook equals to twice into pen. This is what's given. Notebook की cost X है और pen की cost Y है, and I could just write it in standard form if I want by putting all terms on one side. I hope you would be able to complete this question on your own. If you want to do any part with me right now, you can just let me know. लग रहा है कि कोई part difficult है, I can do that with you right now. So no questions. Next, we have solution of a linear equation. Most important here is this solution of a linear equation. 4.2, 4.3, both are based on this, solving a linear equation in two variables. And this is important from point of view of higher classes as well. Finding the solution of a linear equation. So solution की अगर हम बात करें किसी भी equation की, किसी भी इक्वेशन का अगर हम सॉल्यूशन बोलते हैं, दैट मींस उस इक्वेशन में जो भी वेरिएबल है हमें वो वैल्यू मिल जाए उस वेरिएबल के लिए व्हिच सैटिस्फाइज द इक्वेशन, व्हिच वुड मेक द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड ऑफ द इक्वेशन इक्वल टू द राइट हैंड साइड ऑफ द इक्वेशन. यहाँ पे इन्होंने एक एग्जांपल ली हुई है. एग्जांपल ऑफ द लीनियर इक्वेशन इज 2x + 3y = 12 एंड दे हैव यूज्ड टू वैल्यूज बिकॉज देयर आर टू वेरिएबल्स. सो हमें x की वैल्यू भी यूज करनी है और y की वैल्यू भी यूज करनी है. x की वैल्यू 3 यूज की इन्होंने, y की वैल्यू 2 use की. On substitution, what do we get? Left hand side comes out equal to the right hand side. So the pair of values which I used in my equation satisfies the equation. All right, just a minute. Okay, I need to go back to the exercise part 7. Okay, 7th part. So 7th part of question number 2 from exercise 4.1 had y minus 2 equals to 0. If I'm not wrong, let me just check. Yeah, this is what I had. अब इसमें मेरे पास अगर मैं इक्वेशन देखती हूँ, मेरे पास इस इक्वेशन में सिर्फ एक वेरिएबल है, लेकिन हम कर रहे हैं लीनियर इक्वेशंस इन टू वेरिएबल्स. तो मुझे एक टर्म खुद इसमें इंट्रोड्यूस करनी है विद अनदर वेरिएबल, एंड वो टर्म इंट्रोड्यूस करने का इजीएस्ट वे है to put the coefficient as 0. So एक ये term मैं अपने आप यहाँ पे लगा रही हूँ in the beginning, और बाकी as such ही हम लिख लेंगे. Now in between x and y, these two terms, the one with x and the one with y, there is no sign, and no sign means it's a positive sign. This is what I need to do. ये मैंने खुद introduce की है. जब भी आपकी इक्वेशन में सिर्फ एक वेरिएबल नजर आएगा और आपको कहा गया है कि उसको आपको एक्सप्रेस करना है एज लीनियर इक्वेशन कंटेनिंग टू वेरिएबल्स, तो आप एक टर्म खुद इंट्रोड्यूस कर सकते हो. यू कुड यूज एनी वेरिएबल, बट हम स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म ले रहे हैं तो हम विद एक्स इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं बिकॉज क्वेश्चन में कहा हुआ है. तो हमें एक्स वाली टर्म जो नजर नहीं आ रही थी हमने खुद अपनी तरफ से लिख दी है. वी नीड टू कीप टू थिंग्स इन माइंड. वो नजर भी आए लेकिन उसकी वैल्यू ना हो. तो ये नजर आ रही है लेकिन इसकी वैल्यू नहीं है. इसकी वैल्यू क्यों नहीं है? बिकॉज द कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ दिस टर्म इज 0. तो वैसे ये खत्म ही हो जानी है, 0 into something is 0, लेकिन अभी देखने में लग रहा है कि हाँ हमारे पास एक टर्म है जिसमें x है. तो we have a term with x, then we have a term with y, and then we have a constant term. This is what we wanted to see, so that I could compare it with my standard form ax plus by plus c, and I could identify what a, b, c are. A is your coefficient of x, b is the coefficient of y here, and c is your constant term. So now you can identify कि x के साथ हमने क्या लगाया था 0, y के साथ 1 है, positive 1 rather, and the coefficient, sorry, the constant is negative 2.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, in 8th part, we will shift 2x to the left side or 5 to the right side.
You can actually shift any of these and later on you can just swap. आप exchange कर सकते हो दोनों sides. Let me take a look. You're talking about the 8th part. We have 5 equals to 2x. So it can be done in two ways. You can either take 5 to RHS or you can bring 2x to left hand side. It will be 5 minus 2x equals to 0, or now I could do this also, right? If I take 2x to left hand side तो ये बन जाएगा, और दूसरा वे है अगर मैं 5 को right hand side पे ले जाती हूँ तो ये बन जाएगा. This can further be written as 2x minus 5 equals to 0, and this can be written as negative 2x plus 5 equals to 0. Both of these don't contain the term with y. I'm going to introduce that term by writing 0y. Similarly, over here, I can write 0y, negative 5 equals to 0. Now you can identify A, B, C, but the difference is यहाँ पे signs different आएंगे, opposite signs आ रहे हैं. जो signs आपको पहले way से मिलेंगे, उसके opposite आपको दूसरे way से मिलेंगे. And this can be figured out by taking negative common. आप negative common लेके इसको simplify कर सकते हो. That can be dealt with. आप negative common ले लो. तो ये इसके साथ रिजेंबल करेंगे फिर. एंड इग्नोर द टर्म विद y बिकॉज 0 का कोई साइन नहीं होता, तो प्लस माइनस डोंट मैटर. डज दैट हेल्प?
Yes, ma'am.
दोनों तरह से आंसर करेक्ट होंगे. आप यहां से आंसर लिख दोगे तो भी करेक्ट होंगे, आप यहां से आंसर लिखोगे तो भी करेक्ट होंगे. किसी भी तरीके से आप ABC लिख दोगे करेक्ट होंगे, डिपेंडिंग कि आपने ऊपर दिखाया हो कि आपने किस तरह से शिफ्टिंग की है, तो वो क्लियर है. इट्स कंप्लीटली ओके. Anyone else with questions with respect to first exercise? Anything else you would like to ask? You can take a look. Like, it's okay if you want to take a minute or so, you can just go through the questions. Like, it's better that Taranpreet asked this question. And if there is no question, I would like to go back to the topic we were doing. We are going to discuss about the solution of the equation. So solution of an equation means the value of the variable which satisfy yours equation. जो आपको इक्वेशन दी हुई है उसमें जो भी वेरिएबल यूज हो रहा है हमें उसकी वैल्यू मिल जाए, और वो वैल्यू ऐसी हो जिससे हमारी इक्वेशन की लेफ्ट हैंड साइड और राइट हैंड साइड आपस में इक्वल हो जाए. आपने लास्ट ईयर सॉल्व की हुई है लीनियर इक्वेशंस इन टू वेरिएबल्स. आई एम गोइंग टू टेक एन एग्जांपल ऑफ अ लीनियर इक्वेशन हियर. सो लेट्स टेक इट एज 5x plus 10 equals to 0. तो इसका अगर मुझे सॉल्यूशन फाइंड आउट करना है, I want the value of x which would make the left hand side equals to 0. There are now two things I could go with trial and error. मैं try करूं कि x की कौन सी ऐसी value मिल जाए जो उसमें put करने से LHS RHS equal हो जाए. But you have learnt an easier way. You know how to solve it by transposing the values from one side to the other side, and you quickly find your answer that way. So you now know कि x की value -2 अगर put की जाए, LHS will become equal to RHS. You can check that. आपने checking भी की हुई है last year. यहाँ पे हमारे पास जो इक्वेशंस है उनमें दो वेरिएबल्स आएंगे, तो हमें उन दोनों वेरिएबल्स की वैल्यू चाहिए which on substitution in the equation will make the left hand side equal to right hand side, and those values of x and y together are referred to as the pair of values. हम बोलेंगे कि हमारे पास जब हम लीनियर इक्वेशन इन टू वेरिएबल्स के साथ डील करेंगे, we require pair of values. Pair of values means there will be two values. एक वैल्यू होगी x की, दूसरी वैल्यू होगी y की, और जब उन वैल्यूज को हम इक्वेशन में पुट करेंगे तो हमारी इक्वेशन सेटिस्फाई हो जाएगी. और इक्वेशन सेटिस्फाई होने का मतलब है लेफ्ट हैंड साइड का आंसर और राइट हैंड साइड का आंसर मैच कर जाएगा, as I have shown here. So right here I have taken this example 2x plus 3y equals to 12, और मैंने x की वैल्यू यूज की है 3, y की वैल्यू यूज की है 2. So pair of values that I used here, x equals to 3, y equals to 2, this satisfies the linear equation. Therefore, this pair is a solution. Does that make sense? कि हमें कैसे पता चला कि जो values मैंने use की थी, बेटा I have let the values, मैंने find नहीं की, मैंने let की है यहाँ पे randomly. जैसे ट्रायल एंड एरर होता है ना, यू कैन जस्ट गेस कि कौन सी वैल्यू यहाँ पे पुट करेंगे उससे आपकी दोनों साइड्स इक्वल हो जाएंगी, दैट वे. अभी मैंने गेस किया है, अभी हम वो नहीं देख रहे कि फाइंड कैसे करनी है, उसका अलग वे है. This is how you check whether a pair of values given to you will satisfy your equation or not. This is what I have done. I had a pair of values with me. I have put those values in the equation, and I observed that those pair of values made the left hand side equal to the right hand side. So what I can say about those pair of values is that that pair of values is a solution of this linear equation. And this pair is always written in ordered pair form. हम इस तरह से नहीं लिखते x equals to 3, y equals to 2. I would like to write it as ordered pair. Now this is the word which I used when we were doing coordinate geometry. Ordered pair का मतलब क्या होगा? ब्रैकेट में लिखना है, पहले x आएगा फिर y आएगा. So 3, 2. तो अगर आपको कहा जाए that there is an ordered pair which is a solution of your equation. So let's take अगर आपको ये कहा गया हुआ है this ordered pair is a solution of 4x plus 3y equals to 12, what I can conclude is x equals to 3, y equals to 3. Yes.
Y is equal to 0.
Y equals to 0 is solution of given linear equation, which is in two variables. और अगर आपने सॉल्यूशन खुद फाइंड किया है, rather than writing like this, we will be putting it in bracket form, easier to write down. But उसको इंटरप्रेट कैसे करना है, you should know. पहली वैल्यू x की होगी और दूसरी वैल्यू y की होगी. Anyone with questions here? All right. Now let us see how do we find out the solution of a linear equation. Let us say I have the same equation, the one I took in the beginning. 2x plus 3y equals to 12. This is the equation that I have. Now to find the solution, what I will do is I want to take value for one of the variables on my own, put it in the equation, corresponding to that, obtain the answer for the second variable. This is how I am supposed to do this. अपनी तरफ से एक वेरिएबल की वैल्यू पुट कर दो और इक्वेशन सॉल्व करके दूसरे की वैल्यू खुद फाइंड कर लो. एडवांटेज ये होगा, लेट अस से नाउ टेक x equals to 2. This is on my own. मैंने खुद लिया है. Once I do this, my equation becomes an equation in just one variable. And you know how to solve it. Let's solve it. So when x was taken as 2, y came out to be 8/3. So this forms is a solution.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, how can we just assume the value of x like this?
This actually tells you that there can be infinitely many values which can be used in place of these variables, and corresponding to that you will find out another value of the second variable which will satisfy your equation. You can try any value and I'm just going to show you. अभी इस equation का जो मैंने पहले solution try. Yes.
Ma'am, here the value of y is different and before it was different.
Yes. Earlier I used this pair. I used x equals to 3 and y equals to 2. This is the
Ma'am,
first.
we can do it in both ways.
You can take any value and find out corresponding value. Yes, Rajvansh, you can take x equals to 6 also. You could take any value. मैंने आपको सिर्फ बताया है. अब आपको लग रहा होगा how come this is a solution. Let's check. हमें चेक करना आता है ना. हम x को 2 पुट करते हैं और y को ये पुट करके देखते हैं कि हमारी इक्वेशन सेटिस्फाई होती है या नहीं होती. So 2x plus 3y equals to 12. This was my equation. I'm going to just use these values, the ones I have just found in this equation. So 2 multiplied by 2, using x as 2, 3 multiplied by 8/3. And let us simplify the side, left hand side. So this is 4 plus 8, 12.
4
LHS is
plus
equal to
8.
RHS. आप ऐसे ही चेक करते हो अपना सोल्यूशन, आपने जो फाइंड किया होता है कि वो इक्वेशन को सेटिस्फाई कर दे, LHS RHS इक्वल हो जाए. Now
Yes, ma'am.
Rajvansh was saying that if we could take x as 6, let's take x as 6. So this is 12 plus 3y equals to 0. 3y equals to 12 minus 12 will be 0. Y will be equal to 0 divided by 3, which is 0. So pair क्या बना आपका? 6, 0. Also solution. कितने solutions मिल गए हमें यहाँ पे? एक जो मैंने पहले ट्राई किया था, this is the second solution. This one is the third one. You can find infinitely many solutions for a linear equation in two variables.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Manya?
Ma'am, can we first assume the value of y and then after
Of
the
course.
x?
Of course, you can do that way also. You can assume the value of the second variable and find the value for the first variable. This is the difference between a linear equation in one variable and a linear equation in two variables. जब हम लिखते हैं linear equation in one variable, it will have a unique solution. उसका सिर्फ एक ही आंसर आएगा. जब आपके पास equation में एक variable है, it will have a unique answer. Whereas if you have an equation, linear equation in two variables, it will have infinitely many pairs of the values of those two variables which will satisfy your equation. That means a linear equation in two variables has infinitely many answers, many solutions. every time you take one value of any of these two variables, उसके corresponding आपको दूसरे variable के लिए आंसर मिल जाएगा. और आप कितनी वैल्यूज पुट कर सकते हो डिपेंडिंग ऑन आपके पास कितने नंबर्स हैं. यू हैव इनफाइनाइटली मेनी नंबर्स, सो यू कुड ट्राई ऑल दोस नंबर्स. आप काउंटिंग से शुरू कर सकते हो. x को 0 पुट करो, 1 पुट करो, 2 पुट करो, करते जाओ. एवरी टाइम यू यूज अ न्यू वैल्यू यू विल गेट अनदर वैल्यू ऑफ y. तो वो उतने ही पेयर्स बनते जाएंगे. इनफाइनाइटली मेनी आंसर्स यू विल गेट. Yes, of course. There is no restriction on the values that you take for x and y. Now the students are actually asking me whether we can take this value for x, this value for y. You can take any value. You can take any value for these two variables. But we try to focus on the values which will make our work easier rather than making it complicated. Hamara